Imagine this. You place a loved one into a care facility, thinking it's a safe place, a place for comfort, and instead they end up with a permanent, devastating injury. All because the facility, well, they just decided that following the rules was too much of a hassle. Today we're looking at the case of David Thompson, a 71-year-old retired teacher whose life was completely upended by this exact kind of failure.
And our mission for this deep dive is to really unpack the source material we have from Bedsore Law on David's case. We're going to get into the details of his injury and, more importantly, the specific regulatory failures that allowed a treatable problem to become a life-changing tragedy.
Okay, so let's start with David himself. Who was he before this happened?
He was a retired science teacher, a loving father and grandfather. From what we've read, he was very active, loved gardening, mentored local kids in math and science. Just a really full life.
And what was the medical event that started all of this?
He developed a stage 3 pressure ulcer on his foot.
And for those who might not know, a stage 3, that's not just a small bed sore, is it?
No, not at all. It's incredibly serious. We're talking about a deep, open wound that has gone through the top layers of skin and deep into the tissue underneath. It requires very specialized medical care.
And this is where the core of the legal case comes in, right?
Exactly. This is the crucial point. Under California state regulations, the type of facility he was in, it's called an RCFE, a residential care facility for the elderly, is legally not permitted to care for someone with a stage 3 pressure ulcer.
Wait, so not just shouldn't, but legally cannot.
Correct. It's what's known as a prohibited condition. The law is crystal clear. The moment he was diagnosed, the facility was mandated to transfer him to a place that could provide the right level of care.
Like a skilled nursing home or even a hospital.
Precisely. But they didn't. They just kept him there.
Why? I mean, why would they ignore such a clear rule?
To put it bluntly, it seems they prioritized keeping a resident and the income from that resident over that person's health and safety. They chose convenience over their legal duty.
And the consequence of that choice.
It was catastrophic. Without the specialized care he needed, the wound got infected. And the infection it spread.
So it wasn't being treated properly at all?
No. By the time they finally sent him to the emergency department, the damage was irreversible. The doctors had no choice.
They had to amputate his lower leg.
Below the knee, all of it preventable. This is a man who loved to garden, to be active with his grandkids. That was all taken from him.
So this is when the advocacy firm Bedsore Law got involved.
Yes. Their investigation really laid out how deep the negligence ran. They found 3 key things.
Okay, what were they?
First, the obvious one. The blatant violation of California regulations, illegally keeping a resident with a prohibitive condition. It's an open and shut case on that front.
Right.
Second, the simple, profound neglect in actually monitoring or treating the wound itself. They just let it get worse.
And the third?
The third was a clear pattern of putting the facility's needs first, a failure to act in David's best interest. And the firm fought that.
And they secured a settlement, right?
They did. The case settled for $450,000, which was absolutely vital for his ongoing care, but also, to hold the facility accountable.
So what does David's story mean for you, for anyone listening, with a loved one in care?
It's a stark reminder that these rules exist for a reason. They're not just suggestions. Pressure injuries are painful, they are dangerous, and they are almost always preventable if a facility is doing its job.
So being vigilant is key. What are some practical steps people can take?
Okay, a few things. First, know the laws governing the specific type of facility your loved one is in. The rules for an RCFE are different from a nursing home. Do your homework. Second, ask direct questions and ask them often. How is my mother's skin today? Can we review her care plan? Don't be afraid to be a squeaky wheel.
And the third thing?
Document everything. I can't stress this enough. Take pictures of any injuries, save all medical reports, keep a log of every phone call. Every single day of neglect matters, and that documentation is your power if you need to seek help.
When you look at David's case, the takeaway is that this kind of neglect, it does more than just physical harm. It robs people of their dignity, their quality of life.
It absolutely does.
And it really makes you consider the power of legal advocacy. It's not just about money. It's about forcing facilities to uphold a better standard of care for everyone. It's something we all need to think about. That's all we have for this deep dive. Thank you for listening.